Rock It Right. I am Hurricane Betsy Barnes, here with my good friend Dr. Kay Solar. And we are so excited to introduce you to Jim Bob Allgood. My goodness gracious. Get ready. You might want to get a pen and a piece of paper. I'm not sure you can listen quite this fast, but there's a whole lot of things going on around Natchez and elsewhere with Jim Bob Allgood of Redneck Adventures TV and a bunch of other broadcasting things. So Thank you for coming from Natchez.
Yeah, let's talk a little rednecking, okay?
That's right.
Let's because you got so much to talk about. So let's just kind of hit them down the road so that we get everything. Redneck Adventures. Tell people about it and how you got started with it. And you've been doing this for quite some time.
He just took one breath and he's not going to take another one for the rest of the show.
Yeah,
I got it. In January, Redneck Adventures turned 21 years old.
That is crazy.
Do I look pretty good for a 21-year-old?
Did it start drinking? Hey, did it start drinking then?
Well, yeah, mainly Diet Coke from Gomar.
Okay.
But y'all been there already.
Yeah, we have.
So Redneck Adventures turned 21 just this past January. We started off as a website. I even, as I play the Jim Bob character on Redneck Adventures for 20 plus years now, my background is computers, the internet, and all that good stuff. Grew up in a great family in Natchez, Mississippi. Love it there and stay there, raised my family there, got kids, grandkids, and all that. But we actually started out as a website when the internet was brand new, because I kind of cut my roots in about the 8th grade. Not bragging, but built that first computer in about the 8th grade. I think all the other kids were getting bats and balls and gloves for Christmas, and I got a Tandy computer kit. Remember Radio Shack?
Yeah.
So I built that first computer in about the 8th grade. Your last guest, I told him before the show I spent 4 of the best years of my life at then NLU, which is now ULM, as an Indian. Grew up in a family business, IBM, computers, and all that good stuff, and went off to college, computer science, marketing, and learned how to sell peanuts and popcorn and cotton candy at the Monroe Civic Center. Came home, literally did that, but got those things behind me in college and enjoyed that. Came home, but I'll back up just a second. My parents growing up were best friends with the Fontenot's. Fontenot's are known as Cajuns, and I won't say the other word, but from Ville Platte, Louisiana. So Mr. QL met and married Miss Ethelene Fontenot, who was also a Fontenot. So it's, a lot of times
because there's so many Fontenot.
There's 8 pages of Fontenot,
and they're not related.
They weren't. I think that's the Arkansas thing. I'm not even going to talk about you, Arkansas.
Okay, you were so bad because I'm from there. Did you dig at me just because you know that?
I wouldn't. No. That's Arkansas.
I'm going to think that you're my husband
no,
now.
I didn't
because
do
he
that.
always digs at me about that.
I didn't. Dr. Solar would not do that.
Okay, all right, I forgive you.
So anyway, we as growing up. Here was our motto, a family, that I really didn't know it until later on in life. We live to hunt, we hunt to live. We fish to live, and we live to fish. And if it had fins, fangs, fur, or feathers, if it crawled, flew, ran up a tree, we hand grabbed it in the water, we caught it out of the air, whatever it was, we learned to enjoy the great outdoors and what the man upstairs gave us. And I learned those gifts as a young kid. And that's what I've been doing when I came back to town with those different deals of degrees, I would say, and all that. Got into refereeing, got into volunteer coaching, been doing that since 1986 at Adams County Christian School. Missed girls soccer practice to race down here today at Adams County Christian School. But we started out Redneck Adventures as a internet website. Next thing you know, we're on local TV. Next thing, statewide TV. Next thing, we're on national TV.
But wait, how'd you get on national TV? You got to talk about Jay Leno.
Oh my gosh! It was next thing you know, we're at this our marketing guy, who basically a lot of the things that we've done over the years on TV, we wound up somehow with a great marketing guy. The same guy that did marketing for like Jeff Gordon, Citibank, Visa, Papa John's, a lot of different companies.
That's crazy good redneck.
Absolutely. He's got some redneck roots in him, and his name is Rick Durand. And I got to give Rick kudos, because he took 2 redneck guys out to a NAPTE show, which is the National Association of Professional Television Executives. So we were meeting because at that time, probably 15, 18 years ago, the only reality show at the time was on Fox called The Simple Life. You had Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie, which is taking 2 girls out of Hollywood, bringing them down here to the South, running crawfish traps, catching catfish. So our deal was they were going to take 2 rednecks out of Mississippi and send us up to New York, and we were going to hand grab pigeons and cook them on a barbecue pit up there in Central Park. That was just a great idea at the time. Thank God we had a great entertainment lawyer at the time, and we read the contract, and he read it to us, and he said, look at that line. He said, you see that? He said, if y'all sign, Hollywood's going to own you. So that two-lettered word that Hollywood hates, we said no. We remained true to our roots. But before we got on national TV, I got to give a shout out to a man, with Pelican Sports Network. I think his name's Bert Carson. Is he back there in the back? Somebody, is Bert in the house? Bert? Bert?
There's Bert.
That's Bert. Here's Bert. So anyway, we ran on a lot of the networks around Mississippi. We ran on a lot of the networks around Louisiana. We were airing down here on the Pelican Network, and we were doing shows at the Superdome before Katrina hit, all over Louisiana, Lamar Dixon Expo, and up in North Louisiana. But anyway, when we said yes to the Hollywood guys at that meeting, we walked out the back of that little meeting. We thought we had a Hollywood contract, and I look up in the back of that room back there, and there's a little bright lights, things like that. And I said, Stork, let's go back there. He's like, no, we got a contract. Let's go. I said, no, our wives can wait a few minutes. We're in Vegas. Let's go back there. We walked back there, and this lady, she looked like she had a honeycomb hairdo hat out with a pencil, not in her hair, but she's holding a clipboard, and she looks over at us, and she says, and we were in like, I don't know, cut off blue jeans, like spray painted, and redneck have a redneck day T-shirt, something like this, y'all.
Something low key.
Something kind of looked like that, but everybody else was in zoot suits and wingtips. And she said, y'all look a little out of place. You think you can say a few words? And I asked her, I said, ma'am, you want about 30 minutes of stand-up redneck humor? I can give it to you. So next thing you know, there was Jay Leno's Tonight Show was there doing the pitch to America. So fast forward to one of the deals that we've been doing for 22 years is our outdoor extravaganza, where each year this thing grows and grows and grows. And in a couple of years ago, right before COVID, it was our 20th annual. We had over 1,000 folks come. So we do a lot of stuff for wounded soldiers. We also have our own nonprofit. So you said a while ago, hang on, folks. It's going to be a quick ride. It's better than Disney World. So,
And we're going to be sharing all your stuff.
We're going to do that. So we went back there, we did our little deal, and lo and behold, that a couple of weeks later at our Friday night banquet, we had many of our major partners at the time, Honda, Ford, a lot of the folks out of Louisiana that were supporting us at the time, and we thank y'all, and we invite you back again. And there was 300 shows in competition for that. And we made it to the final cut 6, and all of our folks were there for that Friday night. And when they brought it up there, they showed the little clip, and we're all standing there, and Jay Leno says, I don't know. I like those guys. So we won the pitch to America, and at the same time, the next week, our contract came in from Hollywood. We read it, and we said no, and we remained true to our roots. And fast forward to today, just like this past weekend, we were in Johnson's Bayou, Louisiana. We missed our mark. My nephew Wes's special gift of a son, Action Jackson Roberts, who we did a autism awareness. I'm wearing the wristband. We missed our mark. We thought we were going to hopefully raise $5,000 this past weekend down in Johnson's Bayou. We raised $50,000.
Generous people.
Wow.
Thank all the people down there. So that's part of the whole ride that we're doing. And I'm going to tell you, we've got a lot of good stuff happening in my neck of the woods. We've been blessed to go around the world and back again, probably take over 1,000 soldiers to Argentina, Alaska, Florida, you name it. But the last couple of years, y'all, we've come back to our home of Mississippi and Louisiana, the Sportsman's Paradise, and that's where we're doing a lot of the great fundraising. And I'm going to tell you what, in November, there is going to be a great event in Natchez, Mississippi. I'm going to invite y'all to be there, and I'm going to invite everybody out there to come be a part of it. History. On December 25th, 1721, a French Jesuit priest explorer was visiting with the Natchez or the Natchez Indians. On that night, as he wrote in the journal, which is truly the first ever documented sighting of Bigfoot, was in Natchez, Mississippi. Did you know that? You do now.
Yeah.
So November, the first weekend in November, we're going to have a Miss Lou's Bigfoot Birthday Bash. I got some of my reality friends like Turtle Man, Turtle Gal, maybe some of the folks off of Swamp People, Duck Dynasty, that were with us the other weekend for that snake grabbing rodeo.
Yeah, I told you.
That I can't wait.
That's the
wait
one.
to get Dr. Solar.
That is the one that I'm not going to get in, because I went to Arkansas and I did take environmental biology. I did have to walk through the White River and snatch up on some snakes, but I did have a steel grabber. It was not with my hands like what I've seen you guys do.
I'm not grabbing a snake.
I'm not even going after it with a grabber. But I'll be in for some other redneck adventure.
Yeah.
Maybe
Everything but that.
Maybe
Everything,
maybe one of
everything
these,
but that.
We're going to look
he's
at
got
this.
all
I don't
these
know. I'm
things
starting to
going
show
on.
y'all a few. I'm going to tell you, the blessing that's happened over the years, y'all, has been that. Don't
Don't
spill
spill that wine like I got white
spill the wine. Just like this coming Saturday. I know we've kind of talked about this. We've been blessed at the school where I volunteer coach at, Adams County Christian School. Are we getting close? We're close.
We're
close.
But you got to talk about the junior.
There is a bass fishing club that we have at Adams County Christian School, and we hosted the state championship up there. We're going to host the national championship next year. But this lake, you guys, you ladies, y'all got to come.
We're going to go practice in that lake before they get
You got to
here.
come bass catching.
That's right.
Sounds good.
That's right.
Well,
you own so many things, MissLou Tours, MidSouth Broadcasting. We're going to have you come back and share more, because it is a bunch of fun. It's a bunch of good redneck fun.
And we didn't even talk about MidSouth Broadcasting, where we've got about 30 schools that we broadcast over 300 live events for football, baseball, basketball.
Yeah,
That's
and
a
our
whole
show.
other show.
And our show.
And y'all
Yeah.
show.
And your
the
two other
radio
stations.
that we've got that y'all air on Saturdays and Sundays.
That's right. Well, you're just going to have to tune in to find out exactly what those are.
Yeah,
Go
you got to
our
come back,
Facebook.
and we got to get your friend up here next,
Yeah,
who's
that's
got
right.
some
Charlie Galatas.
sweet heat
for
your
your
meat. So y'all stay put, and we're going to keep going. And
Cheers.
we'll see you soon.
Knuckles, ladies.
All right,
Thank you.
Knuckles.
Thank y'all.